Hey, gotta throw myself under the bus for just a second, though. I only want to be under there for maybe a second or two, okay?
Yeah, I don't think you get to determine that. I think that you dive under the bus.
Yeah.
I don't think you get to just pull yourself out. I think that we make the determination.
If a tire or two rolls over you, you're not getting up so quick.
If we stop and put it in park.
On top of you.
Right.
Remember...
delicious ass crack of yours.
Remember, for a couple days in a row, I was bragging about how I'm trying to get knowledge and I'm reading the New York Times.
Knowledge.
See, Than's already laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And Travis is coming in. Everyone wants to be a part of this because I made Travis work his balls off. Do you remember that I was saying that I read a fine article in the New York Times about the horned screamer?
The horned screamer, which is that nasty-sounding bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
That wakes people up and drives down property values. Where is it? Florida? Mexico? Where the fuck is that place?
It's somewhere in South America. This bird is only in a few areas in South America, driving people from their homes, and other people that are buying the homes, they're thinking, wow, I'm getting a fine piece of property because they're unaware of what this horn screamer could do. Right. This is the actual audio of the horn screamer.
That's not bad.
Oh, sorry. This is audio of Bob Kelly in the shower. Where's my horn screamer?
Damn. Ow. Face. There it goes.
This sounds much better on XM, by the way, because you don't have the processing that kind of smooths
drives
out the
it down.
awfulness. Listen to this fucking thing. Driving people from their homes all day long, by the way.
To imagine.
Almost done. Just want to make sure it fully annoys everybody out there.
You sure there isn't like a group of rednecks raping some canoers?
So
that's the sound, by the way.
Yeah.
That when you take a hard piece of plastic tubing and you dry fuck yourself in the ass, that's the sound it makes. It sounds like the mountain climber from The Price is Right being deep dicked with his face in a pillow.
Hello.
Where's my hat?
I was just kidding about Earl, though.
What do you mean?
He's already suicidal.
Is he really?
I think so.
Is he? Why is he bummed out?
Because he's black. Trying to live in a white man's world. Hey, so that's the horn screamer, and I wanted to like be accurate with my knowledge, and I'm like bragging to these guys, right? I'm gonna like focus on Bob Kelly as I say this. So I'm like, yeah, I was reading the Times, man, and I'm just getting some knowledge. I'm sick of the Post. It's too cartoony for me. Opie, who wants to get more knowledge into his life, right?
Right.
So then I start yelling and screaming at Travis. I'm like, find this fucking article in the Times so I can be accurate with my knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And Travis is Googling. He's going to the NewYorkTimes.com. He's calling up newspaper stands, hoping that they have an old copy of the Sunday Times that he can look through. And I'm at home looking through the Life section, the Metro, the National section. I'm trying to find this fucking article, right? How bad was I, Travis?
You insisted it was in the New York Times Magazine, and I said, are you sure it was in this weekend's?
Yeah.
Yes, it was absolutely in this weekend's. Even though you said that, I still looked at like 3 different New York Times magazines online.
So can I just say something? So you're trying to bring something to the table, to show people that you're knowledgeable,
right?
And information about a bird.
Yeah, but the key was that I'm reading the New York Times.
You're reading
I found
the
this in the
Times,
Times.
right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I
It could
get
have
it.
been anything. It had to be in the Times.
Yeah,
Right.
it had to be in the Times. Key to the story, and I'm losing my mind. I'm driving all these guys crazy because all of a sudden now the OCD's kicking in, and then I'm at home also looking at this same New York Times that I just picked up first time in a long time, but making believe I'm reading the Times every day now, going page through page through page through page through page, and my chick finally goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm trying to find that article on the Horn Screamer, and she goes, "You didn't read that in the New York Times. You read that off a placemat at the restaurant."
A placemat.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm bragging about the New York
Fucking
Times. We're at a
placemat.
restaurant coming home from a little getaway in Connecticut, and we stop at this restaurant. And as we're waiting to order, they have that little placemat with like cute little things you can read about.
It was in between the article. It was in between the stories on Grimace and Hamburger.
Yeah. What was that in the New York Times? There was a little maze that I had to get through.
We should have a
Get
whole
the
show
mouse to the cheese.
on the year of the pig from a Chinese restaurant.
It was the placemat. It had a little like cup with crayons, so you could like color in some shit. But it had a nice little thing on the Horn Screamer.
And you confused a fucking placemat at a restaurant with the New York Times.
Oh, he got excited when the pizza came.
That's it.
Oh, my chick just hates me, I think.
Yeah.
How dumb are you?
Get me that thing out of Time magazine about the election.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, no, that was a fortune cookie. Yeah.
And I can read her eyes, which are just beautiful. And I can tell she's going, I'm 11. I'm an 11, and you're barely a 5.
Yeah.
I'm with you because of your knowledge.
Yeah.
And you're getting it from placemats. Restaurant placemats.
That means you actually discussed it with her too, because she knew it. You're like, honey, did you know?
Oh, yeah, of course.
She had a convo with her about it.
Yeah.
He fucking picked up the placemat and he folded it the way someone does a newspaper, and he carried it under his arm like a gentleman. Like a gentleman.
Reading it on the train.
He was taking a shit reading it.
Cross country flight. And he's only halfway through the placemat. God damn, it's a tough read.
There's a black guy delivering placemats at 5 in the morning to his building.
He rolls it up under his arm like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman.
A gentleman on his way
He's
to
got a
work.
fedora and an umbrella.
Yes.
And that under his arm. I'll learn something today.
Hey, where's the newspaper you were reading? Oh, it's in my back pocket. Hold on, let me take it out.
I'm getting my knowledge from placemats and restaurants.
That's great. Congrats. Jesus
Poor
Christ.
Travis.
I love it.
I'll question everything you you ask me to find from now on.
I thought
think
it was going to be like another newspaper or a shittier paper. I didn't realize that it was the wrong form of
It's a
communication.
placemat. I'm convinced Lindsay's on the longest lasting roofie in the history.
I'm trying to be more cool around her. Are you? Yeah, I'm listening to you
read a
guys.
placemat.
That'll do it. That's cool. You're like Fonzie cool with that shit.
All the young kids are reading placemats.
The only paper that doesn't fold.
Fucking placemat.
You roll it up and put it behind your ear when you're finished.
With the dinner at Chuck E. Cheese run you anyway. What are you eating that has placemats?
What are you done with? When you're done with your paper, do you make an airplane out of it and throw it across the room?
Any restaurant where that has crayons and a paper fucking
awful.
tablecloth.
I insisted it was in
good.
the New York Times.
That's good. You're bringing an 11 to a Chuck E. Cheese.
It's not a
job.
good restaurant.
No.
Hey, you should have cloth napkins. It should be, what do you want to read? The menu, the wine list. If you have to read the placemat, it's house of shit. It's not a good restaurant. I hope you're comfy under that bus.
Hey, this was
Did you have to ask them where to for an extra spork?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
it was coming back from my stone massage.
Yeah.
Have you ever had hot stones rubbed all
Only
over your
stone
naked
massage
body?
you should have is the same ones they give in Iraq.
I got some terrific jokes that I got.
I fucked a chick on a railroad track once after a train went by.
I'm going to be getting some fine one-liners from Bazooka Joe later on this evening.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember those little tidbits of knowledge on the comic.
And words of wisdom from fortune cookies.
Yeah.
Yes.
He read it in a fucking shit.
But you have no idea. I mean, I don't know if I'm doing this justice. I was driving these guys crazy. I'm like, it's in the Times. I read the New York Times now.
Dude.
Oh boy, oh yeah. Dude, you know what? The Iraq War has gone on for so much longer, dude. We're supposed to be in there. You gotta go in, boom! Fucking bomber! Dude, the screeching owl bird, dude.
Get you.
The hornswaggler. The Haitian people just fucking kill it.
Yeah, man, get a BB gun, dude.
Yeah.